danielscranton.com. Welcome to the reading, What All Lightworkers Are Working Towards, the 9D Arcturian Council, channeled by Daniel Scranton. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are always very interested in what is happening there on planet Earth, because you are growing so very fast and exploring so much of consciousness. We invite you to take a look at yourselves and recognize just how far you have come. We invite you to do this as individuals and as a collective, because while there are still wars, violence, greed, and hunger present on your planet, you are more aware of these things as a collective than ever before, and most humans do not want these things to continue to exist. In other words, you realize that you don't need to experience yourselves in that way anymore. You realize that everything that you could have possibly experienced in a war or in a violent situation, you have experienced. You have already had all of the experiences you are going to have in regards to having enough or not having enough. You are ready to graduate from those experiences, and because you feel that way, whether you are experiencing something unwanted or not, you have the ability to shift the way you look at those unwanted things. You have the ability to recognize that they have served a purpose, and you have the ability to then recognize that it's time for you all to move past those experiences. And you also know that you move past them by accepting them, by forgiving those involved in them, and eventually getting to the place of compassion and unconditional love. Those are the ways you move past the third dimensional paradigm, the third dimensional way of living there on planet Earth. And so many of you realize that you are ready to move past those very harsh conditions that you sometimes find there on planet Earth. You are especially ready to move past the ones that are easily avoidable. And first you make peace with them, and then you recognize that you and all of the other light workers across the planet are working for a better world. You can realize that the amount of energy put forth in creating that better world is reaching a tipping point. You can recognize that the awareness that you all have of acts of violence has you co-creating a more peaceful world. Again, even if you have never experienced an act of violence yourself, you know that it is time for you and the rest of humanity to move beyond that level of consciousness. And so, the way you move past these unwanted things on your world is not through passing more laws. The way to move past them is to raise your level of consciousness and to be the love, the peace, the generosity, the harmony that you want to experience. And that is an inward journey. And so many of you realize that now. There is so much more that is being done on the non-physical level to help to create the world that you want to be living in. But in order for you all to experience that world, there still needs to be a little bit more letting go of resistance to the one you are currently living in. And we can feel that within you because we can hear your cries for help. And we know that many of you just want out. You just want off of planet Earth. But you are there to help. You are there to bring humanity to that next level of consciousness. And we see you doing it. And we see the ripple effects that each one of you has with your good thoughts and your positive intentions. We see how you are changing the vibration of the human collective consciousness with your good intentions for all to have what they want, to have what they need. We know that you are making a difference there with your compassion, with your love, with your forgiveness. And we know that you are going to reap the benefits of all of it in this lifetime. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. DanielScranton.com